Hi, welcome to 7 Facts, the channel that is dedicated to the exploring of every single nation on this planet. You are watching the American series, so after watching this 7 Facts video about New Hampshire, feel free to explore the entire playlist that contains the states and territories of the United States. Also, remember to subscribe if you wish to see more videos like this one. I upload brand new videos every Wednesday and Saturday, so it'll be worth it. When it comes to the history and formation of the United States, New Hampshire is one of the most important states that made all of this happen. It was the first of the original 13 colonies that declared its independence from Great Britain and adopt their own constitution. And they did so 6 months before the Declaration of Independence was signed. In 1788, New Hampshire was the 9th state to ratify the United States Constitution, which meant that their vote secured the necessary 2/3 that made the document the law of the land. We all know, or should know, that the first man to ever go into outer space was the Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin. But what about the first American to do so? It was Alan Shepard from East Derry, New Hampshire. He made his journey on May 5th, 1961, just 23 days after Gagarin. His spacecraft, the Freedom 7, reached an altitude of 187 kilometers, and Shepard's entire journey lasted a mere 15 minutes. 10 years later, he returned to space to become the 5th man out of a total of 12 to set foot on the moon. New Hampshire has a very popular motto: live free or die. It originated with lifelong New Hampshire resident General John Stark. He was famous for fighting in both the French Indian War and the Revolutionary War, and in 1777 he led his men to victory in the Battle of Bennington. He penned a letter to his fellow battle veterans in 1809 that closed with the statement, "Live free or die. Death is not the worst of evils." Today, this is considered to be the most memorable motto of the 50 states. The town of Laconia is a dream come true for any real gamer. It is home to the FunSpot Family Entertainment Center, the largest video arcade in the world according to the Guinness World Records. FunSpot includes a collection of over 500 games, pinball machines and ticket redemption machines originating all the way from the 1970s. It has been called, and for good reason, the Louvre of the 8-bit world. In 1934, gusts of wind reaching 372 km per hour were recorded at the top of New Hampshire's Mount Washington. Keep in mind that for a hurricane to be a Category 5, it must have wind speeds of at least 250 km per hour. The wind speed recorded on that day held the world record for the fastest winds ever measured on Earth until the 1990s, when Australia's Barrow Island set a new record of 407 km per hour. Still, the combination of very strong winds, snow, frost and fog make Mount Washington the home of some of the planet's most extreme weather. America's first documented serial killer, H. Holmes, was born in Gilmanton, New Hampshire in 1861. He graduated from the University of Michigan with a degree in medicine and was able to finance his education by stealing corpses and presenting them to insurance companies to substantiate false claims. After moving to Chicago, he transformed an old pharmacy into his murder castle that he passed off as a hotel to unsuspecting victims. His body count had reached over 20 by the time he was executed in 1896, although that number could very well be in the hundreds. He was executed by hanging in 1896, but he didn't go easy. His neck didn't snap. Instead, he was strangled to death slowly, twitching for over 15 minutes. Theodore Geisel was a student who graduated from New Hampshire's historic Ivy League university, Dartmouth, in 1925. After he was caught drinking booze on campus, the college banned him from writing for the school's humor magazine, the Dartmouth Jack-O-Lantern. But he didn't give up. In order to continue writing for them, he adopted a new pen name. Zeus. He later added the title Doctor because his father always wanted him to become a professor. He would later go on to become one of the most well-known authors of children's books in history, selling over 600 million copies and being translated into more than 20 languages by the time of his death. Some of his greatest works include Horton Hears a Who, The Cat in the Hat, Green Eggs and Ham, and of course, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. These were 7 facts about New Hampshire. If you liked the video, give it a like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment downstairs if you have anything to say. And do check out my Patreon page where you can support this channel even more. I hope to see you next time. Bye.